I did want to talk about Malik Willis. There's a lot of talk about Malik Willis right now. Obviously, he showed out. He had a great game against the Ravens. They lost, but an 85% completion percentage, 288 total yards, 1 passing touchdown, 2 rushing touchdowns, and 134.6 QBR. Truly, those are great numbers. Ravens defense, not really great this year. They're honestly pretty bad. A lot of the time they come out, but Malik Willis did have great stats. He has shown ability when he steps up for Green Bay, and that's making people say, hey, is he going to get paid this offseason? I believe he will. And what team will we go to? Will we be a starter next year, or will teams kind of want to draft a quarterback? I don't know if you want to give your take on that. Maybe thoughts.
Yeah, no, I've definitely heard about the Malik Willis love. I heard some Packers fans trolling saying, Jordan Love, you lost your job. But definitely some good stats, no doubt about that, especially against the Ravens team. I always have respect for him, even though you say I don't. But some possible teams, I don't think the Raiders. You have the Raiders right here. I don't think the Raiders. I think they're going to get a draft pick quarterback from the draft. Dolphins, honestly, maybe. Jets, if they were to get Malik Willis, I'd feel bad for Jets fans. Just because I feel like they're really not ever, going to draft, building actual, from pieces. Even though, they did get Garrett Wilson and Sauce Gardner from that one draft not too long ago. But quarterback-wise, it's a mess over there, and I feel like Malik Willis isn't what they need. But possibly Dolphins. Who knows?
Okay.
I can't really think of any other teams. I really can't. But yeah,
maybe Browns. Maybe Browns want him. I mean, Shador's doing fine, but nothing
I think
crazy.
Shador's staying. Yeah, that'd be crazy if they do bring him.
I would like Malik Willis to the Browns. Honestly, I don't think Shador's doing anything crazy. Thankful for him. I actually need to buy his jersey now. I put up a bet that if he beat the Steelers, that I would buy his jersey. So I need to buy that pretty soon. But
might cost a penny, maybe.
Pretty penny.
I'm get the boofta.
I would definitely be getting the boofta. I'm not spending 150 on no Shador jersey. But, possible teams. Obviously, I don't think he's going to stay in Green Bay. Like you mentioned, I don't think the Raiders will get him. I don't think the Raiders will get him because I think the Raiders are primed to have the first round number 1 overall pick.
Yeah.
I believe they'll probably grab Fernando Mendoza at the number 1. Dolphins could be a good one. We have a little bit of discussion on Quinn Ewers and the Dolphins coming up as well. But Dolphins could be a good one as well. Jets, like you said, there's a lot of problems going on in the Jets where I think you throw any quarterback in there right now and they definitely have trouble being a good starter. And you kind of I don't know, a lot of these teams just seem like they're primed to kind of draft a quarterback. They're not ready to compete right now except for maybe the Dolphins. So like a Jets and the Raiders just kind of putting a Band-Aid. I think it just doesn't end up well. It sets you back a couple of years because right now you could be spending the draft pick to get a young quarterback. Instead, you're kind of middling out, not getting a top pick for the next couple of years, and kind of stuck with a bigger contract. So it's kind of hard to tell where Malik Willis might end up.
No, I totally agree with that. And I was just thinking about it. Maybe like a team like the Colts, if they don't feel like, I don't think their draft pick about mid-packed, but mid-pack.
They don't have it.
They don't? Oh, because of Sauce, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, that's tough. I think Malik Willis could be a viable option over there at the Indianapolis Colts, but who knows? True.
Yeah, truly, I really don't know where Malik Willis will end up, but I think if you can go to a team, I think truly the Browns are they have the defense. They definitely have the defense to compete right now. The defense on the offense, the Browns. I mean, that's what's popping in my head. They seem like the type of team that maybe gives a quarterback. I mean, they gave Deshaun Watson $250, so I mean, they could maybe throw out some more money.
He's coming back soon, though.
He ain't playing. He shouldn't play. Why not? He's horrible.
He did fall off.
He's horrible on the field.
Fall off. Heartbreaking fall off.
No, not heartbreaking for what he did. But
he deserved. What did he do though? Did he actually get persecuted?
I don't believe so. But I mean,
so did he do it, or did he get paid off?
Look, I'm not gonna feel bad for a guy getting paid $245 million guaranteed to not play. That has all the allegations.
He trolled and finessed, but unfortunately, he did tear his Achilles, and he is coming back. Though, who knows?
I can see the Browns being a guy. A team that bites hard on a quarterback like that. I think about Brock Osweiler, who was a backup for Peyton Manning. Yes. I mean, he went to the Texans and then the Browns, but he was on the Browns as well. Obviously, the Browns biting on him. And like I said, I mean, I think they're maybe a good wide receiver away from...
Interesting.
From kind of... I mean, their offensive line ain't bad. They have Njoku. They have Judy.
They need one more.
They have Judy, who can be a good wide receiver too. They have a true alpha receiver like maybe... Carnell Tate. They have there's good receivers in these drafts, truly. I believe they have 2 first-round picks. They traded back with the Jags. So they have draft picks. They might I don't know if they have the cap just because due to Deshaun Watson, but they have the defense. that might be a team to look out for, in my opinion, because the rest of these teams are a little too far away, in my opinion, from
Okay,
competing right
yeah.
now.
Who knows? Maybe you just got a nice prediction right there, but yeah,
I
who
mean, it's a
knows? I don't
book.
think the Browns aren't realistically going to be good in my opinion, and start winning actual games. I know they had a little playoff run, 2021 or something like that, but I think in the next coming Shador years, they need to handle ownership before they make that next step, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
I don't think it's
But yeah,
Shador's team, really. I mean, he's played good, but not great. I think a stat came up where he hasn't really played much
just for a
better than Dylan
season.
Gabriel either. But
That's interesting.
they're around the same stat wise. But truly,
He
I
looks
mean,
better though. Truly, he looks better though, in my
uh,
opinion, than Dylan Gabriel.
sometimes he also does look pretty
I got the eye test. Oh yeah,
stinker
no doubt,
sometimes.
no doubt. I was watching that Steelers game, but Steelers
You
sold
know,
on offense.
I think he has a decent ceiling, but a low floor as well. He can be a trash player, or he could be a pretty decent starter. But he has no intangibles
Maybe
that make him a great quarterback. No elite arm strength. He doesn't have the mobility. So I don't think he really has
he has
intangibles to
high
be
completion percentage, bro.
sure. I mean, kind of sounds like a Tua type of guy, in my opinion. How Tua ended up. Nothing crazy about him, but
He's a better
whatever.
scrambler than Tua, but yes, well, truly whatever.
Prime
Truly
Tua.
what?
Truly whatever. We're talking about dang Tua and
Truly
over
whatever.
Shador, Tua, Malik Willis. We can move on from that one. We'll see how that plays out, but I'm looking forward to seeing what happens with Malik Willis. I hope he does get a shot to start for a team next year.
Okay.
Moving on, again, just more side plots. What was this? I mean, we can bunch these two together.
It's madness.
Micah and Diggs' first couple to date in the NFL. You brought that up.
Yes.
If you want to talk about that one a little bit.
You did write that.
I wrote
No,
that.
I'm playing. Yes, I did bring it up. So basically, what this is about is Trayvon Diggs, former Cowboys cornerback, got released by them. Green Bay Packers picked him up in the recent trade. Michael Parsons also went to the Packers earlier in the season. Basically, though, before that, they were at the Cowboys together, Dallas Cowboys, and they literally had a little bit of a bromance, similar to Lustin. No edits though, but actually recently there has been some traction. I have seen something saying that a comment, just a random comment, it's a comment, that Micah and Trayvon Diggs are the first couple in the NFL. Let me know your thoughts on that, Cowboys fans. That's maybe another L, maybe a W. You sent them off, but it's not the worst thing to happen. It's not a problem. It's just a funny comment. But yeah, and then you have that other thing written right there. If you want to say that.
No, I'm not gonna lie. It's a pretty crazy Insta comment pool to say that Mike and Diggs are the first couple to date in the NFL.
It's funny. It's funny though. It caught me off guard. It caught me off guard.
But yeah, that was something I also want to bring up. Diggs, we spoke about him. Little L on the part, getting a concussion. That's whatever. Could happen to anyone.
Diggs, yeah, interesting.
But I think personally he's going to do fine for the Green Bay Packers not having to be the cornerback number one. I think he'll do just fine. It's just Packers getting some more sloppy seconds from the Cowboys, in my opinion. Kind of funny how that turned out that they lost Micah and Diggs both to the same team, which is a team crazy. They hate that historically kind of owns them as of recently. Yeah. But yeah, moving on from that, final couple things. I want to do a little slight Quinn Ewers talk. I love my boy Quinn Ewers, one of my favorite Texas quarterbacks of all time. He balled out last game against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Buccaneers needed the win. I think they definitely could have secured the division this week if they would have won last week. So they needed that win. And the Dolphins came out. Quinn Ewers had two great touchdown passes, one that went for over 60 yards, and then one even more impressive, really high anticipation in the red zone to throw it in between two defenders. He looks really great out there. He looks really poised. So
interesting.
My evaluation on Quinn Ewers has always been great arm ability. I think he has an elite arm talent. I think he has a really good zip on that ball. I think his mobility is very limited, so he's not going to be a mobile quarterback, which doesn't translate well to the NFL. Happy feet in the pocket. So if he can get pocket awareness, he can be a lot better. But his anticipation, his processing is NFL level. His processing has been NFL level since he was 20 years old. That's why he was projected to be a first rounder for a little minute. He fell a lot, but put him on a team that has weapons, has a good scheme. I've always said Texas runs a very similar scheme to the Dolphins in the NFL.
Yeah.
He was pro ready. He was made pro ready. If you're going to be a quarterback for the Longhorns, you're going to be made pro ready just because you don't simplify it for anyone. There's a lot of RPOs, a lot of option plays. There's a lot of reading the defense. It's a very complicated scheme. Quinn's ready. That's why he looks like a pro ready quarterback as a rookie. And it just brings, like we already talked about Malik Willis a little bit. I don't think Dolphins are going to have a high enough draft pick to pick a quarterback. So what are the Dolphins going to do next year?
Yeah, I mean they definitely have to make a move at quarterback. Whole lot of mess over there, in my opinion. You're giving a lot of Quinn love. I'll give Quinn a little love. I didn't watch the game, I didn't see the highlights, but you're saying he balled out. I'm gonna believe you. But in my opinion, Quinn Ewers is another Shador Sanders, in my opinion, archetype. Personally, maybe another Tua archetype before the concussions. And to be fair, those aren't bad players. Those aren't bad players at all. It just depends on who you want to compare them to. You don't want to show love to Shador. I think they're on the same level, but yeah.
They're on the same level. I honestly, personally, I do think I'm glazing Quinn's arm talent a lot,
Right.
but
You
from the
truly
moment,
are, in my opinion.
like,
Michael Penix has some better arm talent, and also,
yes, he does.
exactly. And Quinn's arm talent isn't all that, and Michael Penix is, he's kind of Minshew, in my opinion. But yeah,
Look,
not
look.
because of his arm talent, but
From the moment I laid eyes on Quinn Ewers at Texas, like from the second I saw the ball leave his hand. Now, before him, we had like Hudson Card, Casey Thompson for like a year. But before that was Sam Ellinger. And I love Sam Ellinger. He put his heart on the line. He played with a lot of effort. But I'll cut that out. But yeah, from the moment I saw Quinn, we had Sam Ellinger before. He played with a lot of effort. But
yeah.
I could always tell that arm talent just wasn't there. Like, it wasn't an NFL type of arm talent. As soon as I saw Quinn zip that ball, I'm like, that's an NFL quarterback's arm right there. Like, truly,
Okay.
like the effortless type of throw, to be able to fit it in those tight windows. He has that.
Yeah.
He's always had that. Like I said, his processing is really great. There's a reason he was a number one recruit coming out of his class. Reason
Yep.
he was highly regarded. He fell a lot due to injury. It's always been consistency with him. At the end of the day, he's 22 years old. He's a very young quarterback.
Wow.
For age. He's slightly older than me by like 2 months, and he's already dealt with the highest pressures playing at Texas. He's played in playoff games. He's had great seasons. I
Yep.
think you give the kid a shot. At the end of the day,
Oh.
the Dolphins were able to do well with Tua, a compromised Tua that didn't have arm talent.
Yeah.
Quinn doesn't. You might not say has the greatest arm talent.
Compromised to
Compromised Tua, truly, but Quinn Ewers at the end of the day does have the ability to move the ball downfield, to have those shot plays. You think about the moon ball he had against Alabama. He has
Yeah.
the arm to open up the top, and when you have a player like Jalen Waddle, Tyreek, I don't know if Tyreek's going to stay or not, but if you have those two players out there, HN, and then you can bolster up that O-line in the draft, you can build something around Quinn. But at the end of the day, I think he might be career journeyman, maybe like a Colt McCoy was, another Texas legend. But
Yeah.
I think he's played out. And he's getting some love right now. I'm just going to give him some love as well. I hope he does get the start, at least to start the next year.
Yeah, no, for sure. Now that you say he's 22, I definitely agree with you. I've been agreeing with you. Give that man a shot. And also I think, give Shador a shot. I am mentioning Shador once again, even though this is Quinn talk. But yeah.
Hey, these are young guys at the end of the day. You got to see
Exactly.
what you have.
That's why I'm kind of correlating them.
You got to see what you have with them at the end of the day. You know, if they don't have it, it's all right. They're still going to make millions. They're still going to be good backups.
Yeah.
They still have their name at the end of the day.
Very solid
They'll be
backups.
fine. They'll be
It's
fine.
the best job. It's the best job in the NFL.
Truly.